Welcome back to REMBE Pro Cycling on Pro Cycling Manager 2024. Last time we started a super important race for our team, the Tour de France 2028, the race this entire series has been building towards. Surprisingly, thanks to a breakaway adventure, Brandon McNulty is the rider in the yellow jersey. And our closest rider is actually Paul Sechat, not a GC leader, on 5:54, but then we see the proper GC riders, Tadej Pogačar on 7:14, then Luis Jolers, our first GC rider, on 7:29. Meanwhile, the other one, Florian Lipovic, is not that far behind on 7:35, the same time as Jonas Vingegaard. The team of the leader, Brandon McNulty, IPT, is not exactly the biggest team in this race, so if they have to control the very hard mountain stages, they might lose control. And our benefit is that Lipovic and Lurs are both on 7 minutes 30 in GC, so if they can get in the breakaway on the right day, the day where the breakaway can take 10 minutes, then we might just end up in the yellow jersey that way, indirectly beating Pogačar by not having to take him on 1 versus 1. Because the reality is, mano a mano, we're going to lose against Pogačar, so we have to find other ways to beat him. And actually, looking at week 2 of this Tour de France, there's quite a few opportunities for us. Stage 9 with a finish on Puy de Dôme, very steep towards the end. I'm kind of expecting Pogačar to take time on us on this stage. In real life, stage 10 would always be a breakaway stage. Maybe we'll try and go in the breakaway. If that doesn't work, Alvarez can win the sprint. A flat sprint for Teutenberg on stage 11, followed by most likely a Hector Alvarez stage. On stage 13, a mountain finish on the Grand Colombier, so a proper climb. But actually, stage 14 is where it's at for me. Climbs at the start, so a breakaway will be hard to control, followed by 2 proper climbs, Col de la Ramas 14k, 7%, and then Col de Jouplan, 8% for 12 kilometers. So this is, in my opinion, the stage where a breakaway will most likely win, and if we can get in that breakaway with one of our GC riders, we can move up a lot in GC. So that's my objective. Anyway, it's time to begin stage 9, Puy de Dôme at the finish line. Tadej Pogačar undoubtedly the favorite, but maybe a breakaway has a chance. I don't really think so. I think it's gonna be the peloton. So, the stage has begun, 16 riders in the breakaway, 3 minutes 20 on the peloton, so quite a large breakaway, but the gap is under control at the moment. Then again, the stage has only just started, but we gotta talk about our daily form. +3 on Lipovic, that is 83 mountain on the day. Luis Jolers with a +3 as well, 83 mountain, and both have pretty prominent medium mountain stat today, so we're looking good. But I have to say that final climb, Puy de Dôme, the black part, the super steep part, is looking very menacing. So, roughly 25 kilometers to go in this stage. The final climb is coming in about 10 kilometers at the moment, but so much energy is spent from my riders already because the tempo has been so high to try and catch this large breakaway. It's still a minute ahead, but it looks like the peloton will be winning today, so my guess pre-stage was actually correct. That being said, I'm hoping that my boys can recover their yellow, and that has happened for Lurs and Lipovic, so that's already good. There we go, the peloton has started. The climb at the tempo is actually super extreme to the point that I need to make sure I don't lose too many positions here, but I also don't want to overextend. I need to stay with the front part of this peloton. Lipovic in a perfect position. Lurs is trying to move up right now, but Teutenberg might not be the ideal candidate to protect him. Herzog as well. Let's switch towards a different rider. Sechat can, no, not Sechat, Perikas can do so for Lurs. And I'll try and put Alvarez right now on Lipovic because he's doing absolutely nothing. So that is just useless. There we go. The steep segment is starting. It's still a very wide road and we are moving up in the peloton. So positioning, we're actually doing quite well, but it's only 4.4 kilometers to go, so I reckon I can go 85 at the moment. That's what I'll do. Perikas can take over here. Sechat can protect Lurs. Yes, I'm using Sechat even though he's looking pretty good in GC. I want to do some damage here because some people are suffering and there's a few gaps here and maybe I can drop a few riders from the top 10 in GC. So let's keep on pushing with my boys. 3k to go. We have the energy to do this and we've got a gap on Pogačar and McNulty. It's already gone, but maybe we can drop other people. 60 people still in the peloton. McNulty's already cracking. McNulty is cracking with 2 kilometers to go on Puy de Dôme. We've got Ghana still here, so that's a bit of an odd order of things, but I'm okay with it. Lipovic can switch to the wheel of Lurs. Lurs can keep going right now on 85. Let's do energy shells way too late, but we might as well try and keep going. 85 should work until the finish line. Maybe 86? No, I want to save my energy. I want the stage win. Last kilometer, 87. Let's follow Tadej Pogačar here. 88, something like that. 90 into the final stretch. We're spending all our energy right now. 500 meters to go. Come on. Keep going. Can we beat Pogačar? No, we can't. Pogačar wins on Puy de Dôme, but we finished second and third with Lurs and Lipovic, so no, never mind. Mars just flies by, Del Toro just flies by, Lipovic finishes 5th, but I'm hoping we didn't lose too much time with Lurs and Lipovic compared to Pogacar there. One thing is certain, Paul Sesha is losing time in GC and will drop out of that, maybe top 10 even, but I don't care too much about his GC position. Okay, Tadej Pogacar gains 13 seconds on Lurs and 24 seconds on Lipovic. I'm honestly quite happy with that outcome. Tobias Holland Johannesson is the new maillot jaune of this Tour de France. That is a bit of a surprise. McNulty drops to 2nd. Tadej Pogacar moves up to 4th place now, 32 seconds ahead of Lurs and roughly a small minute on Lipovic. And actually, the problem with being on 4 minutes is that we might not be able to get in the breakaway in the first place because we might be too close in GC. Then again, we might be about to find out because stage 10 is a breakaway stage, so I'll try to go in the breakaway with one of our GC riders and I'll see how the others react. Okay, I have paused the game before the start. I want to select everyone and move them to the front on roughly 85, and I want to go in the breakaway with Lurs and Sesha. Is that possible? We'll try it anyway, regardless of whether it's possible. So there we go. Let's attack. Oh, Lurs is off alone. Come on, Sesha. Follow my man. Melier is at the front right now. No team is coming to the front to pace yet. Maybe UAE? Nope. UNOX pacing yet? Goodmestad seems to be just sitting here, so we're looking okay. No. Gull is pacing because is Tobias Holland Johannesson riding for Decathlon AG2R these days? No, he's not. Why is this team pacing? This makes no sense. Looks like Thierry is pacing for Bahrain Victorious, and actually I'm gonna try and counter that by attacking that man right now with Alvarez on the right side of the road, trying to trigger other teams to follow. That's what's happening, and Alvarez can outpace for these boys in this breakaway. So that is the plan. 25 seconds on the peloton led by Arnaud Delis. So he's probably not happy that Alvarez... Oh, we are getting dropped here. That was not the plan either. Come on, Alvarez, keep on following, keep on following. Okay, 6 riders now. Skelmose, Gregoire, Cosnefroy, and 3 riders for Rembe Pro Cycling. So something's going on, but UAE is pacing with Tronchon behind. So not exactly a nice scenario either. And now Skelmose from the breakaway is waiting for the peloton because he only wanted the KOM points. Bro, just stay in the breakaway with me. Okay, in the peloton, UAE has stopped pacing. Now McNulty starts pacing again, so I don't know what his plan is. He's literally 2nd in GC. Why are you pacing, buddy? Ola, crash in the peloton. Tadej Pogacar is down, but he's already back in the peloton, so can't have been a big crash then. Wait, what's happening? Del Toro is attacking from the peloton right now? This dude is attacking from the peloton with 108 kilometers to go. That's great for us. If Del Toro can join us, we've got an extra guy to pace with us. And he's already made it to the front, but it has triggered the peloton to pace like crazy, so our breakaway is about to get caught. All of this was for nothing. Thanks, Del Toro. I thought you were an addition to the breakaway, but you doomed it. Honestly, I might try that again with Piffy and Lipovic on the right side of the road. No response from the peloton, so going up the road again. And there goes Del Toro once again. So let's see what the reaction in the peloton is going to be. We've got Butrago and Thierry pacing right now, so Bahrain is not too happy. Del Toro is about to catch up with my front 2 riders. That will be helpful as an extra rider to keep on pacing. The gap is now 1 minute 20 to the peloton, and we've got some ups and downs now, but then it's downhill, a small uphill, and downhill to the finish. So this group up front might actually make it. I believe in us 3. Okay, great. Del Toro is riding with us, so that is fantastic. Lipovic can relay as well. Piffy is basically done for, so he's gonna drop. Gap is 2 minutes 20, so let's keep going. Visma Leasebike is now pacing, so they might believe in the chances of Van Aert. Oh shit, not just Piffy is in trouble, but also Isaac Del Toro is dropping off the back of Lipovic, so that scraps my plan. I was gonna work together with him for the rest of the stage, but I'm all alone again. The last climb is about to start for Lipovic, but it's not looking that good, to be honest. 1 minute 50 on the peloton. I think everything will have been for nothing. This random Portuguese man is now pacing in the peloton. I've never heard of you. Please stop pacing. 1 minute 40. The gap is going down, and I just can't keep on pacing more than 70 because I don't have the energy for that. And the tempo in the peloton has gone crazy, so Lipovic has instantly been caught on the climb right now. I'm sitting up, I'm trying to see what's gonna happen. Butrago is attacking, Kristen is following for Pogacar. Where's the rest of my team? Lurs is right there. I'm trying to get over this climb with my team. Teutenberg is being dropped. Can I get him over this climb? if I can get him over this climb, that we've got a sprinter, so that would be nice. Ola, over the top, Remco Evenepoel and Van Wilder have attacked in a duo move by Soudal Quickstep. UAE is once again trying to control. I'm trying to keep Lubovitz alive because I've spent so much energy in that attack that he might not survive. Well, it's downhill, so he should survive the rest of the stage. My train is set up. I've got Teutenberg over the climb, so I reckon I might win this stage. Remco has a gap of 15 seconds with 7k to go, so he's definitely gonna get caught. I should use my energy gels on most of my riders. Lure should not be a part of my lead-out train, that's for sure. Sesha can almost take over, not yet on 99. Remco still with a gap of 13 seconds. We gotta catch the man. We gotta catch the man. Energy gels, come on. 95 right now, is that too early? I probably stopped too early with Pericos, but I reckon I'm still okay on 95 with Sesha. We've got Alvarez ready for the lead out pretty soon. Let's go 99 on Sesha. Alvarez can launch right now with Teutenberg in the wheel. Come on, last kilometer is coming up. Perfect train. Everybody can sprint. 1, 2, 3 for the team, maybe? That might be possible. No Morgado tries to come around here, but Teutenberg wins. Stage 10 of the Tour de France. That is a crazy thing to say after a stage like that, by the way. Teutenberg winning a mountain stage. Anyway, what a win. Tim Thorn Teutenberg takes a stage win in Izoire. What a victory, man. What a victory. We tried to gain time in GC, and that didn't really work out. Anyway, a 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 for the team, so almost a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Morgado, for spoiling the party. But we stay in the exact same spot in GC on 4 minutes and 4 minutes 23, 6th and 9th. I was gonna say I need some time to relax, but stage 11 is gonna help me with that because it's a sprint stage, so should be just a generic sprint. Oh la 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 la, look at him. Tim Thorn Teutenberg, first of all, in the green jersey. I forgot about that. +3 on Teutenberg as well, so that's 80 mountain, no, not 80 mountain, 80 sprint stat on the day, so that will come in useful. By the way, about the last stage, a versatile sprint stage on PCM 2024, kind of broken, you know? There's so many times in this entire playthrough that I was able to get a 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 in the last stage, on a stage that is a versatile sprint stage, because either we don't see sprinters sprint because those teams choose their puncher to go for the stage, which does not make sense, or we see them not setting up a sprint train in the first place in those stages. So that's a bug, and it looks like PCM 2025 might take care of that. Because, well, according to the features list of PCM 2025, they're working on better AI and versatile sprint stages, so I'm hoping that's the case. Okay, intermediate sprint coming up pretty soon in 3 kilometers. I've got Piffy leading out Teutenberg to get some points here because I want him, that's for sure. Let's launch right now at Piffy. Teutenberg in the wheel. Let's try and launch from his wheel pretty soon. Come on. There's 10 points available behind the breakaway, so let's try and get them. Piffy, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Let's see what points we get. I think like 6 or something. Looks like we've got 149 points, so 4 points more than Merlier. That's a tiny gap. By the way, I think Pro Cycling Manager should change the intermediate sprints, because right now you can only sprint from 1.5 kilometers to go at those sprints. I want to be able to launch my lead out at 2k to go, like we always do. Anyway, time to focus on the final sprint. 8.5 kilometers to go. Teutenberg looking pretty fantastic, and the team is keeping him at the front, so that is, well, never mind. We got blocked by Reindering, but let's hope we can get back to the front here. Not exactly ideal. 4.5 kilometers to go. Alvarez trying to get back to the front because he's the rider that needs to take the front pretty soon. Let's go. 99 on Herzog, energy shells on everybody. Too late for most of the riders, but we're doing okay. 95, 99. Alvarez is ready right now on 99. Piffy in the wheel. We salvaged it. Teutenberg, what were you doing? You just sprinted to Piffy's wheel and spent your energy. That's not the plan. Piffy can launch late because of that right now. Teutenberg in the wheel can launch. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Right now. That's too late. Jasper Philipsen wins. I don't want Piffy to beat Teutenberg and take points away, so let's slow him down. Teutenberg finishes 6th, Piffy 7th. That was far from an ideal sprint, and in the end I think we lost our green jersey today. Yeah, that's the case. We're now 2nd behind Jasper Philipsen, not Merlier, by 11 points only, so again, a pretty tiny gap. Okay, time for a bit of a different stage, a medium mountain stage, but I gotta say, I'm not really feeling it when I look at the parkour, because I think this might just become a versatile sprint stage. The game thinks Tadej Pogacar is the favorite, but I reckon it's Piffy or Alvarez. So yeah, let's hunt for our 3rd stage win. Quite a few riders trying to get in the breakaway. I know Sesha is on 5 minutes, but I'm trying to get in the breakaway, but IPT is not letting me. They're not happy with Paul Sesha going in the break anymore. That is sad because I just wanted my KOM points. Oh wait, G is attacking now? Is G attacking in the breakaway? Yes, he is. It's now UAE pacing here, and Derek G is on 21 minutes. We've got McNulty on second in GC trying to join the breakaway. Okay. The game is on. The McNulty move has been caught, but I'll try something myself. There comes the triple attack by Alvarez, Piffy, and Luis Jolers into the attack. I've got a strong squad in the breakaway now. Let's try and get away because I want to see this Portuguese lad with 67 flat stat and 67 medium mountain try to control Alvarez, Piffy, and Luis Jolers. Oh, Mr. Salguero stops and now it's gun up pacing for Ineos, or does he sit up? Is he sitting up? Really? No one's going to pace behind this breakaway? Kudmestad comes to the front for X, but that man's a sprinter, so he's not going to close it either. The gap is 1 minute on the peloton with my bros here. Lures is on 4 minutes in GC, so I might be cooking something up. There we go, my boys have made their way to the breakaway up front, so that's a perfect scenario. 4 riders in the breakaway, 2 minutes 40 on a peloton led by Salguero again. The Portuguese man is back, but he's not exactly pacing hard. Actually, I might as well go for these bonus seconds with Lures at the intermediate sprint. 3 seconds is 3 seconds. There we go. Roughly 65 kilometers to go. The climbs are starting, and I've got myself in this breakaway still with the same 4 riders. No one has dropped. We've actually recovered a bit since earlier in this race. 3 minutes is the gap on the peloton, so I actually think there's a chance this break might make it, but it's gonna be close, that's for sure. Oh, I don't like that this breakaway will keep on attacking at every KOM point though, so I need to make sure I can follow here, but Piffy is suffering under this attack. Come on, Piffy. Get over the top, Piffy. Get over the top with the group. Let's do 85, Piffy. Is he still there? Ah! He's still in the wheel. He is still in the wheel. On the second of these 3 climbs, Piffy is done for, so Seychelles can take over. Actually, he seems to be the better one compared to Alvarez, so let's switch that around. And at this very moment, let's move up because the intermediate sprint, KOM point, whatever it's called, it's coming up pretty soon, so the others will attack in no time. And now I need to make sure I can follow here. Let's do, is 99 gonna be the one? Yes, it's gonna be the one. Come on, Lures, get to their wheel. And are we back? Yes, we are back. Perfect. On to the final climb now. I've still got a gap of 2 minutes now, so it's gone down actually, but I'm trying to get Alvarez and Sesha over this climb so that they can pedal through the valley. And actually, in the meanwhile, Tadej Pogacar has attacked from the peloton. Lipovic is in the group behind, so that is good. Just stay in this group, buddy. He needs water. Let's try and get that with Perikas as we speak. Bit dangerous in a descent because the group might split, and I don't want that. Come on, Lipovic. Stay with Johannesson. Pogacar has a 20-second gap. Pidcock is trying to close it, but as long as these little chickens here keep fighting, I'm happy in the breakaway. I'm just gonna keep on pacing to get away. Mathieu van der Poel is in this breakaway? That's crazy. I did not know that. Pogacar simply keeps on attacking in the group behind. Where does he get the energy? Nobody knows. 1 minute 12 now. The gap is going down, but it's all Pogacar. Not even teammates anymore. Come on, Alvarez. Get to the front and start hammering the tempo. Van der Poel is helping us. We need to keep this going. A small hill right now. Then it's a small downhill and flat towards the finish. 17k to go. Gap is 45 seconds. Remco Evenepoel. Oh my god. 95 over the top. 95. Just go. Go. The gap can't close. The gap can't close. 99. Come on, team. Come on, team. Come on, team. Lures follow. No, Lures. Don't lose the gap, Lures. Don't lose the gap. Stay in the wheel. There we go. There we go. We've got 20 seconds on the group behind. The gap is still there. Come on, Sisha. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Lipovic is still in that group, so that's perfect, but the breakaway is getting caught. The breakaway is getting caught right now. That is devastating. The gap is 15 seconds, and Del Toro closes it. That sucks. What I'll try to do is I'll try to keep the tempo up right now for the next 2-ish kilometers, and I'll go for a late attack with 4.5 kilometers to go with Lures or Lipovic, because that's our only chance to gain time here. 26 people in the group, Alvarez is done for, so we can't sprint with him, so attack is our only option. There we go, come to the front, come to the front. Should we go right now? I think that's the moment. Energy shells on both of them. I'm going with both of them. Why not? There goes Lures with Lipovic in the wheel. Pogacar is not in our wheel. Pogacar is not in our wheel. Is he right there? It is Del Toro reacting. Let's do 99 right now with Lipovic. No, with Lures actually. Lipovic in the wheel. Del Toro tries to close. Nice tries to close. Small gap on this group right here, led by Van Wilder. Come on, team. Come on, team. Come on, team. Lipovic sprint, boys. Sprint, 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 sprint. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 500 meters to go. We've got a gap with both of our riders. We will gain time today. It's barely anything, but it is something. Maybe half a minute on Pogacar if we're lucky, but we tried all day to gain a gap today. We gained a gap and a stage victory, so I'm okay with the outcome. Whew, that was a rough one. Oh. I'll be honest, when I said I wanted to take our third stage win on the stage, I did not expect to do a 1-2 with our GC riders. What? Lurs and... oh my... How did Pogacar and that entire group have the same time as Lurs? He gained time on you guys. I saw the gap. This entire episode, I'm simply not getting the gaps I deserve. Tobias Holland Johannesson is still in the yellow jersey, 328 on Pogacar, Lurs and Lipovic on 354 and 402, so we gained some time with Lipovic and both of the riders with bonus seconds, but come on man, there was a clear gap behind Lurs there and I feel scammed. Pro Cycling Manager has scammed me. Actually, Lurs is getting pretty close to the green jersey in 4th position. That's something we need to keep in mind. I honestly can't believe this. How was I not awarded the gap behind Lurs? That is incomprehensible. Anyway, sadness aside, we are moving up in GC, getting closer to Pogacar. I don't really care about Johannesson and McNulty. Those riders are going to drop most likely in the mountain stages to come. So yeah, let's hunt some Pogacar. And ironically, we're gonna have to do so on terrain that really fits Tadej Pogacar. Stage 13 to the Grand Colombier climb. It's only 140 kilometers, so I don't think the break will make it because it's too controllable. So yeah, easier said than done, but I'm going to desperately hold on to the wheel of Tadej Pogacar and hope for a miracle. Quite a few riders trying to join into the breakaway on the stage, so let's try to do so as well with Seychelles, a +3 on the day, so I'm not complaining. All things considered, I should probably try and go in the breakaway as well with Teutenberg to take some green jersey points, so let's try and bridge in one go. There we go, almost into the breakaway, and we have arrived there, so let's start pacing with him as well. Okay, that's crazy. Brandon McNulty is also in this breakaway. He's third in GC at the moment, so I might actually not want this breakaway to win. UnoX is literally spending every single rider they have to try and keep this breakaway in check, and yes, some of the breakaway riders like Demar and Echevarria, they are suffering, but Jolie as well. McNulty maybe too, so this might backfire on McNulty. But Teutenberg and Seychelles still looking good, and the gap is still 50 seconds. Oh, it looks like Soudal Quickstep is taking over in the peloton and also pacing. So that's a bit of a bummer for the breakaway, who is falling apart properly now. McNulty is getting dropped, so that's not great for McNulty. We are still pacing with Teutenberg and Herzog because I want to at least get these intermediate sprint points with Teutenberg. Is anyone going to try and outsprint Teutenberg? No, it doesn't seem like it. So 320 points, that is amazing. We're now back in the green jersey with 9 points on Jasper Philipsen, so the perfect ride so far. Teutenberg is done for as well, so I might as well drop him back to the peloton at this point so he can help protect one of our GC riders. Herzog and Sesha. Let's keep going. Let's take these KOM points with Sesha. On the climb now, Herzog has been dropped. We're in the breakaway with two other riders, Martinez and Max Poole, who has bridged to this breakaway. We've got a gap of 4 minutes and a half on the peloton, so it's not completely nothing. It is something. Mr. Max Poole is off the back. I need to make sure I can follow Martinez now because that man will try to attack me for KOM points, or does he not? Yes, he does, and actually, I'm just getting beaten because I forgot to sprint here. Nope. I beat him, so let's keep going over the top. The gap is 6 minutes, so I'm okay with this gap. Thing is, taking a close look at the final climb, 17 kilometers at 7%, some steep sections in there, some not so steep sections. That's actually a hard climb. And I haven't spoken about it, while Lurs has a 0 day with 81 mountain, Lipovic has 83 mountain on the day, so a victory might actually be possible. Anyway, Grand Colombier has begun. The final climb is here for the breakaway, 4 minutes, 3 minutes 40 on the peloton, where Lurs and Lipovic are well positioned, but I gotta make sure they stay there, so let's keep them around Vingegaard for now. Considering it's a pretty long climb, I'm trying to spend as little energy as possible with my GC riders in this peloton group, but still stay in the group. So 75 for now, 74, not much more than that for now. And actually, there's no point in Sesha just sitting here in this breakaway 1 minute 20 ahead of the peloton, so let's drop him back and use him in the peloton itself because that's where he's most useful. Let's take a look at our boys. We are losing positions with Lurs, but Lipovic is still well positioned, so we gotta focus on Lurs for now. Entering the last 5 kilometers, the tempo goes down, but we see a move by Pogacar and so forth. We're kind of blocked in, but I'm hoping someone else takes care of that, and that's what's happening. We've got the likes of Thomas pacing for Del Toro, I think. Yes, indeed. Stay in the group, stay in the group, stay in the group. Let's do our own tempo right now on let's say 75. Lures, try and move up, buddy. Try and move up on maybe 80. I want you to get into the wheel of Lipovic as soon as possible, right here on this uphill segment. Everything's back together except Pogacar with a proper gap, so I need to try and find a way to catch up, and Lipovic will be able to do so. Lures might not, so I'll do my own tempo with Lures. I'll try and go hard with Lipovic on 85. I can close that gap. I believe in that. Do I protect Lipovic with Lures? I don't think so. I think I keep my co-leader strategy for now. 85 is fine. Energy Gel is too late, but I'm trying to catch up right now. Last kilometer. Come on, come on, come on. Can I get any closer is the question. Last 500 meters incoming. Let's do 90, 92, 93. We're gonna get close, but we won't be winning the stage. That's for sure. 99 to the line. Same with Lures. We're gonna finish second once again behind Tadej Pogacar, who wins on the Grand Colombier. Kind of expected, but we finish close with Lipovic. Lures in 4th place. So again, a fantastic result, but I hope for beating Pogacar. That's what we'll need to do to win this Grand Tour. Because, well, my plan was to go into the breakaway with one of my 2 GC riders who are on 7 minutes. That's what I said at the start of this episode. But the problem is, we are literally only 2 minutes 12 and 2 minutes 25 behind in GC. So there's no way anyone is gonna let us in the breakaway. That being said, we've actually been performing as co-leaders quite well. The fact that we're the first 2 GC riders within a minute of Tadej Pogacar at the moment with a week still left in this Grand Tour, I'm happy with that. Tobias Holland Johannesson, he's gonna crack. I can feel it. So yeah, stage 14, we've got smaller climbs at the start for a breakaway to form. We've got Col de la Ramas proper climb followed by Col de Jouplan with a descent finish, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to forge a new plan for this stage. I think we do have to try to get in the breakaway, but most likely with the likes of Sisha and a couple of other riders as satellite riders. I think plan A is trying to attack from the peloton with one of my 2 GC riders, most likely Lures on the Col de la Ramas towards my rider in the breakaway. That way that rider can pace in the valley afterwards. And if that plan fails, it's gonna have to be an all-out attack on the final climb. Col de Jouplan will have to attack Pogacar and try and get a gap before the finish line. So yeah, not an easy mission. Our gap towards Pogacar is 48 seconds with Lipovic and roughly 1 minute and 1 second with Lures. So let's try and beat that man. Let's try to drop Pogacar. Okay, let's pause it for a second. We have Teutenberg, Herzog and Sisha at the front. So exactly those 3 guys can attack from the get-go into the breakaway. Lures can stay in the peloton because I want to attack from the peloton with him later on in the stage, as I said. So 3, 2, actually, they started earlier than I expected. So anyway, we're in the breakaway, 3 riders up the road. That's what I wanted. We've got reactions from lots of riders. Skjelmos is closing it down. Is that attacks? It looks like it's attacks. I'm happy I did not spend too much energy forming that breakaway yet, because I don't think that's the final breakaway. Actually, the gap is kind of growing. Vermeersch is pacing, buddy. Guys, Arkea, Lotto, if you're not in the breakaway, I've got a brilliant idea. How about instead of trying to catch the already existing breakaway of a gap of 25 seconds, you try and attack to that breakaway? Brilliant! Never thought about that, right? Okay, they've stopped pacing now. They're also not in the breakaway, so they got nothing of what they wanted. The break is 11 riders. We've got our 3 riders in it that we wanted, and the gap is 1 minute, so I'm happy. The first climb of the day is nearly ending. We are trying to keep ourselves near the front here because people are starting to attack pretty soon for the KOM points. I'm not actually gonna go for this one. It's only a 5cat climb. I just want to survive with my boys together over the top so I don't drop Herzog and Teutenberg. So there we go. That is nice. And we're still in the group. On the second climb of the day, we've got some proper climbers in this group. Once again, McNulty on 3 minutes 39 in GC. So I don't actually want this breakaway to win. Teutenberg needs to protect Seshana, which is not very nice because I wanted to keep Teutenberg for the intermediate sprint, but he ain't surviving until then anyway. Last 2.5k of this climb. Ciccone also here, so quite a few strong climbers. This might be a bit of a dangerous breakaway, actually. On that note, Ciccone is dropped. McNulty looks like he's about to be dropped. I'm going to try and fight for the... Oh, I can't sprint. I don't know why I couldn't sprint there. That makes no sense. Nonetheless, I'll still win the sprint because those guys completely exploded before the top. Enric Mas is also here. 5 minutes down. 6 minutes down, Rubio. I'm the worst placed man in this breakaway. 9 minutes down with Sesha. Third KOM point, Mas attacks first. Sesha tries to come around on the right side of the road. He's blocking me in. That was a deviation. Then again, I don't have the energy to win this anyway. McNulty takes that. I don't know how many points I have right now. 58, so 8 more than Pogacar. The GC riders might actually start endangering Sesha here. Meanwhile, Teutenberg is back in the peloton with about 25 kilometers towards the intermediate sprint. Let's count how many riders are in front of this group. Rodriguez is 1, Gall is 2, then we've got 2 here, so that's 4. We've got 7 riders in total, which means that at the intermediate sprint, there's still 8 points available for Teutenberg to sprint from this peloton. Oh, crash in the peloton. G, Gegenhardt, Quinn Simmons, and so forth, but no proper GC riders, I think. The intermediate sprint is coming up very fast because it's a descent towards it. 3 kilometers to go. Let's do 99 on Teutenberg and just start sprinting from the front because it's downhill. Is that dumb? I don't think it is. So let's start the sprint with Teutenberg. Lots of other sprinters here still, but I reckon I might be able to beat them. No, Pedersen will take it ahead of Brennan. Teutenberg gets third on that one, but we extend our lead towards Philipsen and Merlier, so that's the good part. Okay, it is time. The Col de Ramas is here. 14 kilometers, 7%. Sesha in the breakaway with energy, so I'm very happy with that. Just sit up for now. Behind that, we have a group of 3 sprinters from the intermediate sprint. That's intriguing. UAE is pacing a little bit, but their domestiques are kind of done for. So my plan is simple. I am going to attack on this climb with Louis Joleurs. I'm going to try and attack towards Sesha, and I'm going to try and gain time in GC that way. Somehow. There we go. My boy is coming to the front. The gap is 5 minutes towards the breakaway. Piffy and Lures at the front here. I am going to wait a little bit longer until the very steep segment. So that's coming in about 1 kilometer. Our position is nice. Tronchon and Fisher Black are at the front for UAE, but I'm guessing Tronchon is almost done for, I hope. That's at least my belief. The tempo is actually really high from Tronchon, so can I even attack here? Yes, I can. Why not? There comes the attack. We get blocked a little bit, but we get through. That is perfect. I'm going to keep going on 85 to the top now. Sesha is still with this breakaway group, but I want to get him over the top in front of Lures so that he can protect and help Lures with this attack. And Tronchon's not exactly going any faster. So this might be the move. We've got a minute on the peloton behind with Lures, so let's keep going. 90 to the top, 99 maybe, I don't care. I need to find a way to get to Sesha, who's being dropped at the front, but I don't care. He's over the top. Plan has succeeded. Now he has to wait on Mr. Lures on top. That is our plan. So let's do exactly that right now. Lipovic in the peloton looking very good right now, so I'm not complaining. Come on, Lures. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Lures has made it over the top. I've dropped his energy spendage to 65. I need to recover my energy. Sesha, buddy, wait fully. Wait on 0. We need you to wait on 0 because Lures needs to be protected at all costs as fast as possible. Is this the next corner? Yes, it is. So I'm going to switch towards Sesha, put him back on 77, and hopefully my man is catching up. Lower it again, and here we are. There we go, we're together. Now, Sesha can do the pacing on, let's do 65 in this valley segment. 3 minutes on the peloton, buddy. That's pretty damn good. Behind us, we have Piganzoli pacing for Red Bull, Bora Hansgrohe with Bardet in the wheel and so forth, but we are looking quite okay. I'm happy with this. Lipovic in a seat in the wheel of the others, and Lures in the attack. 2 minutes 40 on the peloton, with one major climb to come. Okay, Col de Jouplan has started for Lures. We've got a gap of 2 minutes on the peloton where not much is happening outside of Tronchon pacing. Lipovic is well positioned, not that perfectly positioned actually, but his energy is looking fantastic. Look at him, he's brilliant today. Lures is still pacing, Sesha is done for. Lures can now do it himself, 8.5k to the top. Carlos Rodriguez in the wheel. The gap towards the group behind is now 1 minute 20. They are getting closer. They are getting closer. And I don't have unlimited energy, so I'm not sure whether this will work or not, but I'm trying my best to make it work. Lipovic, keep on following the Pogacar group. We don't want this group to come any closer. Piganzoli was pacing. Now Kian Uiterbroeks attacks in the peloton. Fisher Black comes to the front. And we've got Nylons in that wheel as well for whatever that team is. No clue what that is. We are not that far ahead. We're 45 seconds ahead. We don't have the energy for this anymore, but Lipovic is looking fantastic. So what if I use Lipovic right now and I make a move on this climb and I try to attack and I try to see what happens with that, because it won't work with Mr. Lures himself. Piffy's done for, Alvarez done for, Perikas can protect. Lures, come on, try and survive, try and keep going. 4k towards the top, go 75, that's fine. Lipovic, keep going 85, keep going 85. We need someone to crack. Pidcock, why are you pacing? He's pacing for Del Toro, of course. It was such a nice plan. There it is, the moment Pidcock catches up with Louis Joleurs, and my energy is just not there to survive here, but maybe this allows me to move to the front with Lipovic now. With 2 kilometers towards the top, Pidcock keeps on pacing. Pidcock keeps on pacing. Lures, you're on survival mode. But Lipovic, you're on attacking mode. There we go. There comes the attack towards the top by Mr. Lipovic. Am I going too hard? I think I'm going too hard. Let's do 80, 75. We don't have the yellow bar for this. Van Wilder is dropping Evenepoel. Pogacar tries to attack towards us, but we don't have yellow. We don't have red. We try to go over the top right now with a gap of 12 seconds on Pogacar, and he's about to catch up on this plateau section on top. Or do we have a gap into the descent? Is it a gap? No, he's in our wheel. He is in our wheel. Pogacar is in my wheel, and I don't want to pace with Pogacar. I simply don't want to pace with Pogacar. So, Lures, you're going to have to go all out in this descent. I'm going to try and make sure you can get as close as possible again. At the end of the day, the only thing we've achieved is to drop Lures another minute in GC, which... that wasn't part of my plan. Trying my absolute best with Lures to get as close as possible. Come on, man. Get back, get back, get back. Meanwhile, I need to get to the front right here in this group. And there goes my attack. Pogacar's in the wheel. Pogacar's immediately in the wheel right now. So this ain't working. Our plan failed. And it backfired. Lures is in trouble. He's losing time. And that was not part of the deal. Last kilometer, Pogacar goes right now. We'll try and outsprint him, but it's Pogacar, so that's gonna be tough. Lipovic comes in second, but Tadej Pogacar... actually, the winner was Henrik Mas from the breakaway. Pogacar comes in second, Lipovic in third, and we finish with Lures on roughly a minute. We lose time in GC. In my opinion, we had a masterpiece cooking here. A masterclass performance, but... it just didn't work out in the end. Honestly, that was an epic stage to play. I really enjoyed that. But I was hoping for a slightly better outcome because, well, we kind of just lost time with Lures. But we're not the only one that is losing time today. Tobias Holland Johannesson is out of the yellow jersey. Tadej Pogacar is in yellow with 50 seconds on Lipovic and 1:55, ouch, on Louis Joleurs. So that is an unhappy outcome. Tadej Pogacar also steals the jersey away, the KOM jersey of Paul Seychelles, so that's quite devastating. But Tim Thorn Teutenberg is actually cooking in these mountain stages. 10 points lead on Jasper Philipsen in the green jersey. But like, somehow I am quite hopeful here because Florian Lipovic is not being ridden away by Tadej Pogacar. On these mountain stages, we're losing 8 seconds, 7 seconds. So if Pogacar has one bad day, hopefully on Col de la Loze again, just like 2023 Tour de France, then maybe it's possible. Maybe we can beat Tadej Pogacar head-to-head with Florian Lipovic. I'm actually starting to get hopeful. Just look at stage 17 again. It's a monster stage. 2 proper climbs. Col de Cézy followed by the Cormet de Roselon. That's a 20-kilometer climb, and it looks tiny compared to the final climb. 28 kilometers. At 6%, the Col de la Loze, either Pogacar destroys us there, or Pogacar gets destroyed. But I guess we'll find out in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you there for the final episode of a Tour de France 2028 with REMBE Pro Cycling. Can REMBE Pro Cycling, after this entire series, win the Tour de France or not? We'll find out in the next episode. Goodbye!